hey friend, I need you to tell me if I'm overreacting or not. So I went to go pick my son up from school an hour early, right? And I go to pick him up and they say, no, we can't release him because we stopped doing releases after this time. And I was like, okay, well, he has an appointment. And they said, well, I don't know if you want to reschedule or what, but we won't release him. I said, is this a school or is this a prison? And she was like, I won't answer that. And I said, so you're not going to give me my son? And she said, no. So I cannot have my son. And she said, no. And I said, my son, the person that came out of me, I cannot have him? No. Okay, give me withdrawal papers. And she was like, okay, I can give you withdrawal paperwork. I was like, that's absolutely insane. You're going to tell me that I cannot come and get my son an hour before school? Well, we have paperwork. I don't care about your paperwork. Write in the paperwork that he left at this time. Get my son out of this. What? Am I overreacting? I'm not overreacting. I still don't have my son, by the way. I have to wait until the end of the day. I wasn't trying to go to jail. God forgive me. That's not an overreaction, right?
Is this conspiracy theory or is this reality? What I'm about to tell you is going to shock you because I fact-checked this according to AI.
It's a meat market bill. It is a trafficking bill. It is unbelievable. So much so, don't believe me. Go to realimpact.us. It allows an individual to obtain this new form that comes with the bill. They fill it out, and they can name a child. John goes to a school in California and says, I have this form and I am asking for Susie Q to be received into my custody. I want to take her out of school. The bill does not require a background check for this man, requires no identification, no driver's license, no nothing. There's no requirement in the bill for the school to call you to ask you if it's okay if John takes your daughter out of school. If this bill passes, I am going to ask you to leave the state of California. You're going to need to pack up and you're going to have to get out. You got to get out. You got to run with your kids. You got to go.
Hey, Grok. I'm going to ask you some questions about AB 495 in California. Please respond with a yes or a no answer. According to AB 495, a child can be taken from school from their caregiver. Is that correct? Yes. According to AB 495, it says that this includes non-relative extended family members who can sign the affidavit. Would this also include them? Yes. Can anyone essentially fall into the category then of a non-relative family member? Yes. Is there anything in this bill explicitly that would prevent a stranger from kidnapping a child from school, provided they filled out the affidavit and claimed to be a non-relative family member? And Grok says no. This is not conspiracy theory. This is life in California. If you live there, the time to stand up or leave is now.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I actually didn't do any research of that because, well, I'm not a fucking reporter. I report on things and commentate on things, but not necessarily to give you historical or current accurate news. Like they got apparatuses for that. What I do is comment on shit that I see, and when I say report, I'm loosely using the word, but yeah, I didn't do no research on that. It is California. They do have grown ass men being sent to women prisons, so I wouldn't be surprised, right? Everything is within the realm of possibility in California. So, yeah, I would heed my man's warning. I'd probably take my kids the fuck out of school and move away from California. I'm with him on that. That sounds plenty fucking weird, but considering that the music industry and the media industry or movie industry, whatever, has been slowing down, they probably ain't got no fresh blood. I really believe they was taking kids that were auditioning on sets, stealing them from the Walmart, snatching kids up that's outside after hours. And maybe parents have gotten better with having their kids not be outside after 10 o'clock, going to the Walmart by themselves. And even pimping done slowed down, right? They done reclassify pimping as human trafficking. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you can arrest Pookie and, you know what I'm saying, bag up his stable and covertly traffic their ass no more, which I think that's what the state was doing, or the feds was doing. But I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but yeah, they you can't do that shit no more. So it's probably slowed down the bodies that they need. So what I think is they're doing the next best thing, going the legal route, pass a law and make it where like they have ward of over your kid. Meanwhile, you drop them off, you go to pick them up that day, and they nowhere in the building, and nobody know nothing. I think I heard a story about that a few years ago. A woman dropped her kid off, went to work, came back, picked the kid up at the end of the day, and the school was like, they didn't know where the fuck the kid was at. Literally, she never got her kid, and I think that was an unsolved story. Woman never got a kid. Nobody know nothing. Subsequently, now she probably sued the state, sued the school system, but I'm assuming when people drop their kids off, they don't want money. Like, that's not what the fuck I mean. I dropped my kid off so that my kid could get an education, not get abducted and human trafficked to somewhere in Dubai or some shit, never to be seen again, right? So, yeah, this is plenty fucking weird, but it's one of the many reasons I don't live in California. Even though I want to move to California, but I don't have kids, so you know what I'm saying, it works out for me. But for the people that do got kids, like, I feel sorry for y'all, because like my man said, he did the Grok search and the AI search, and it came back that was real. Now I will say, playing devil's advocate, you can't believe all the shit you see on Grok. Grok said Tariq Nasheed was a 5'6" looking fat stubby man. That's far from the description of Tariq. Grok has even said that the whatchamacallit, the indigenous Americans were pale skin. Clearly that's not true. There's even been some shit that I put in that Grok came back and was like, that wasn't true, and I know it's true. One, because I didn't fucking regurgitate it from the public school system, and two, I used collegiate cross-reference information, and it said that what I said was off the money. So I don't know how far or how correct Grok is, right? Grok could have been wrong, who knows. Only thing I know is if it's true, should probably take the guy's warning. If it's not, I mean, I don't know, you want to stick around to find out if it's not true, because if it is, then you fucked. That woman that was talking in the video before I played his video was talking about how she went to go pick her kids up. Now this was in Texas, and she was talking about how she went to go pick her kids up, and the school wouldn't let her pick her kids up because it was against school policy. And I'm gonna go out here on a ledge and assume that if the school systems in California or in Texas is doing that, and Texas is a little bit more right leaning, not as liberal as Cali, it's only a matter of time until like California does do some shit like that. So it's possible that it is true, because if they tell you in Texas, and I forgot what city she said she was in, but if they tell you in Texas you can't pick your kid up to a certain time, like, you got to know shit in California about to hit the fans. Only thing I could say is, in the words of Malcolm X, if you trust the state to teach your kids, you can trust the state to misindoctrinate them or miseducate them. Because, once again, in the words of Malcolm X, why would your open enemy, teach your children the right shit? In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.
No.